On February 19, 2013, the body of Canadian tourist Elisa Lam was found inside a water tank at Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, where she had been a guest. She was last seen alive on January 31st and was reported missing by her parents on February 8th. Her body was discovered by a hotel maintenance worker investigating complaints of flooding and low water pressure. Elisa Lam was born on April 30, 1991 in British Columbia, the daughter of immigrants from Hong Kong. She was a student at the University of British Columbia, although she was not registered at the beginning of 2013. Elisa was the kind of person who wrote honestly online, who didn't hide her scars. She struggled with bipolar disorder, with depression, but she also searched for meaning, for moments. She loved books. She blogged about heartbreak, about fashion, about trying to hold it together. And in early 2013, she set off on a solo trip to the west coast of the United States. Elisa traveled alone on Amtrak and intercity buses. She visited the San Diego Zoo and posted photos taken there on Tumblr. On January 26th, she arrived in Los Angeles. After 2 days, she checked into the Cecil Hotel near downtown's Skid Row. The Cecil Hotel was opened in the 1920s. The hotel had seen decades of tragedy, suicides, murders, rumors of serial killers. Richard Ramirez, the infamous Night Stalker, reportedly stayed there during his killing spree in the 80s. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, reportedly lived there while murdering women in Los Angeles. Guests jumped from windows. Bodies were found in rooms. The place felt off. Reportedly, Elisa was initially assigned a shared room on the hotel's 5th floor. However, her roommates complained about what the hotel's lawyer would later describe as certain odd behavior, and she was moved to a room of her own after 2 days. She visited a bookstore, the last bookstore, and spoke kindly with the staff. Katie Orphan, manager of the last bookstore, was the only person who recalled seeing her that day. That was the last confirmed sighting of her alive. Then, silence. January 31st. Elisa missed her checkout date. She didn't call home, didn't post, didn't show up. Her parents panicked. They called the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD. Her family flew to Los Angeles to help with the search. Flyers with her image were posted in the neighborhood and online. The hotel was searched. No trace. On February 13th, after another week with no sign of Elisa, the LAPD released a video of the last known sighting of her, taken in one of the Cecil's elevators by a video surveillance camera on January 31st. The elevator footage, in approximately 2.5 minutes of footage. Elisa is seen entering the elevator. She looks confused, presses multiple buttons, peeks into the hallway, hides, steps out, steps back in, steps out again. She moves her hands strangely, like she's speaking to someone who isn't there. She looks terrified, and then she vanishes. No one comes in. No one goes out. The elevator doors stay open for far too long. People watched it over and over, trying to find meaning in her gestures, her posture, her expression. Then 2 weeks later, guests at the Cecil began to complain. Low water pressure, a strange and unusual taste. Discoloration. On the morning of February 19th, Santiago Lopez, a hotel maintenance worker, climbed to the roof to check the water tanks, found Elisa's body in one of 4 1,000-gallon tanks located on the roof, providing water to guest rooms, a kitchen, and a coffee shop. Through the open hatch, he saw Elisa lying face up in the water. The tank was drained and cut open since its maintenance hatch was too small to accommodate equipment needed to remove Elisa's body. On February 21st, the Los Angeles Coroner's Office issued a finding of accidental drowning with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. The full coroner's report, released in June, stated that her body was found unclothed. Clothing similar to what she was wearing in the elevator video was floating in the water, coated with a sand-like particulate. Her watch and room key were also found with her. Elisa's body was moderately decomposed and bloated. It was mostly greenish, with some marbling evident on the abdomen and skin separation evident. There was no evidence of physical trauma or suicide. The autopsy listed the cause of death as accidental drowning. There were no drugs in her system aside from her prescribed medication. How did she get into that tank? Why was she acting so strangely before her death? Was it psychosis? Was someone else involved? Or was it something darker, something we still don't understand? Online, the noise exploded. Some pointed to her mental health. Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. She was on 4 medications: Wellbutrin, Lamictal, Seroquel, and Effexor. But toxicology reports suggested she had skipped doses or taken less than prescribed. Could that have caused a manic or psychotic episode? Could she have wandered to the roof, believing something or someone was chasing her? Maybe. In September 20, Elisa's parents filed a wrongful death suit, claiming the hotel failed to inspect and seek out hazards in the hotel that presented an unreasonable risk of danger to Elisa and other hotel guests, and seeking unspecified damages and burial costs. In Hong Kong, from where Elisa's family had originated, filmmakers were also inspired by the case. In the end, the case of Elisa Lam doesn't leave us with resolution. It leaves us with reflection about fear, about vulnerability, about what it means to disappear in plain sight. It's about a girl who cried out into the void and instead of help found the dark. What really happened to Elisa Lam? Maybe the point is, we didn't know her at all. Share your thoughts using the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more historical documentaries.